Hello everyone, welcome. So, so, for those who don't follow my streams and just watch the things, just watch these, so I complained about losing the the Quell Suppressor. I got the Quell Suppressor. And then now I lost it again, but I also lost I don't want to say I lost my Stitcher armor. I lost my yes, it bugged out. The thing bugged out. Not too much news from this week. Maybe there's a few things here and there. Also, my subscription is now spent. It's gone. Although, to be completely honest with you, the subplayer this year so far, at least in March and April, they've been pretty good. I have the little gun case. I'm not a huge fan of it, really. It's better than just a shirt, I think. Technically speaking, the case is a weapon. It is just a basic S38, but... So what do I have? I still got my coat on me, okay. Also, sorry, I'm gonna probably feel a little jittery, or feel a little weird, because I literally recorded Starfield, Fallout 4, and now this. So, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, I think. It's the plan anyway. Yeah, no, it was so I was at Pyro. I was just looting a Stormbreaker facility, a Pyro 4 thing. And I was carrying a Chiron. Oh, well, I was carrying a torso armor, and I meant to put it down. I assumed that the default button or the default left click was place and not equip. So I did equip the armor, except I didn't equip the armor. So I didn't equip the armor, and that was fun. But, so I did equip the armor, I guess, but it didn't actually stay, well, visually from my end, I had the Stitcher armor in the backpack, but I couldn't access anything, or I could see that I had stuff, but I couldn't access that inventory. And the Stitcher core was not on the ground anywhere. Also, I had an 890, and the 890 just stopped working. I couldn't open the doors, couldn't fly it. No, I could fly it, but it had to go in... I couldn't open the doors. It was weird. And, oh, yes, I lost the rifle. I lost the suppressor because it was on the rifle... and the rifle was on the backpack / chest armor, so yeah, it was like, what the fuck is happening? This is insane. It's like, why? So I'm kind of like, so I'm kind of done. So crafting, I will say, though, crafting is, I guess, not all I was hoping it was going to be in terms of how it affects my gameplay. To be blunt, we need player trading. We need proper player trading. A proper player trading app. And I do wonder how the player trading would be I do wonder how that would be affected with the whole inflation. I really don't know. But it is what it is. But literally, like, what's stopping me from enjoying crafting? Well, I don't want to go collect... I don't want to go and collect some of these, like, really higher-end gear. Oh, I tried, and it fucking sucks. In so many ways, but that's, like, I don't know what could be done to make mining better, and there's probably at least several ways to approach it, but at the end of the day, what I want to do is I want to be able to sell scrap, make money from the mission, get some resources, some raw material from disassembling, you know, enemy armor and weapons or whatever, ships even, potentially. And, you know, buy whatever I can't get. Or, you know, use the mission payout money to buy raw resources and all that. And then sell whatever equipment I make on the player trading app. And yeah, I mean, we need... There's a couple of things there that's like, yeah, I need to be able to do stuff. So, yeah. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how that works. But it'll be interesting to see how that works when it happens, but I mean, let's be fucking real, it's not gonna happen for a while. I mean, like, and I don't have any malice towards CIG, that the player trading app is just, like, not really a thing being talked about. Because, I mean, like, they have a bunch of things on their plate, and, I mean, honestly, I was like, oh man, I really want, you know, FPS radar and scanning. That's gonna be the thing. And yes, that's gonna be exciting for a lot of people, myself included, but it's not the thing I'm hoping for the most now, which is interesting. Also, I did have a problem where, like, desync is so bad that I'm gonna be, like, I stop 100 meters above the ground and the game just assumes that I've crashed and I explode. And that happened to me 3 times the last time I streamed. I was like, no, I mean, I would like to play more, but I can't play more because the game's just gonna fuck me. So, sorry, but, like, I can't play. Yeah. And, that's a big issue. It's a big issue, and also you find, like, NPCs teleporting all over the place, which is also kind of an issue. So, yeah. I don't know. It's just one of these things, and it happens with Star Citizen. I'm not gonna say they get, like... There are times where it does get better, and then it gets worse. Also... oh my god, what is this power setting? Also... I was doing one of the missions. I was doing one of the Bit Zero missions in Pyro, where you go, you get gold, and it was the more expensive one, where instead of gold and medical supplies, it's just gold, and it's a freelancer full. The freelancer was bugged out, I think bugged out. I don't know what the power plants give. I think the power plants give, like, what? Let's just say 20. Like 18 to 20 or 18 to 21. Power pips. And then if you have 2, then it doesn't give you... It wouldn't give you 36 to 40. It would give you, like, 24 or 26 or something. Well, this time, it did give me 40, and I only did one of those missions, so I don't know if it was, like, a one-time fluke, or if all the ships with multiple power plants are bugged, if it even is a bug. I'm not sure. I really hope it isn't a bug, because I just... They need to figure out a better way to sort this out. Also, I'm gonna feel rusty. I'm gonna feel real rusty. Oh, and also I crafted Palatino armor. Yeah, so I don't know. So, like, the last stream I did, again, I was, like, my goal was, I'm gonna try and craft a good R97. That's what I want to do. And, again, like, I couldn't mine because when I tried to go to a planet, I would just explode on re-entry. And... I mean... And, yeah, it's just fucking annoying. And it's like, no, it's... Like, when it happens once, okay, I'll give it another go. It happens. When it happens 3 times, it's like... Man, no, I'm just not playing this, you know? And, like, I don't know, there's nothing more really productive to say about that, aside from, like, I don't know, god damn it, CIG, fix your fucking game. But, you know. Jesus. I do wish I had FPS radar and scanning, though. It would be very helpful, as I would just have this all the time. Oh, it's smart-ass got a good angle on me, shit. I guess the only... Okay, so... There's not too much to really talk about, I don't think. UTV good? All B good? I don't know of any super crazy bugs. It did seem like, to me, some of the interactions were kind of fucky. I feel like there's probably a better word for that, but... You know, we're just like, oh, sometimes the interactions would just straight up, like, I'm looking at it, and it's like, oh, open door, and then I don't move, but just quarter of a second later, eighth of a second later, it just disappears. It's just like, hey, how about you don't open the door? What the fuck? Okay, like, hang on. Why is this shotgun so precise? Shit! Ooh, that... I think I, like... leaned into him into his movement, which was not intentional, but good nonetheless. But yeah, I guess the only other thing really to talk about, CIG took down, or CIG had a thing about the, it's a developing story, I suppose. CIG, like, basically turned off the ability to buy back, Squadron 42 pledges, and the person who would be in charge of that decision said, like, and this happened, like, the people went and tried to, like, use a buyback token to buy back Squadron 42, and they were unable to do so. And when C-Daddy, who I think C-Daddy, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's, like, in charge of like, deployment of patches. Which actually, yeah, I don't, and probably more things, but he was like, a CIG developer, at the very least, was like, I have never heard of, like, what? I did not hear anything about this. So it's very much like a, that's kind of crazy, and I should look up and see if there is any more word on it, but as far as I can tell, it seems like it's a crossed wires thing, and if you were hoping to buy back Squadron 42, then I don't think you're gonna get screwed. It doesn't seem like... I mean, I wouldn't be super surprised if CIG pulled a move like that, but at the same time... I don't think they would. And if they did, they would make a announcement about it. I don't know. I mean, like, well, I don't know. I don't know if I mentioned the thing about the the $45 game packages disappearing, because technically, like, I don't know right now, but the Mustang disappeared. The Aurora Mark II was discounted at 45, but it is not going to be 45. Also, usually they do a thing where, oh, this is discounted, it should normally be, whatever, but it's only ever shown up as $45. That is the thing they do, like with gear bundles. Like, I don't know, something should be, in total $30, but it's discounted at $22.50, but you literally cannot buy any of these items by themselves, so it is not discounted, it is just the actual price, but the way it is presented to you, it is as if it's on sale. That's a thing. I don't, like, there is a thing to be said about inflation. I think maybe I did talk about this weeks ago. There is a thing to talk about inflation, and, like, just looking at the facts and the numbers, I'm not an economist, but I'm pretty sure that the prices of games actually have not risen at the same rate as actual inflation. So, like, we've had $60 games for however long until the $70 thing started. And at this point, like, it's it was good. Even then, the $70 price tag probably actually is still kind of better than what it could or should be. Than what it could be. Let's say that. That brings into a whole thing. I'm not a fan of $70 games, but from a purely economical standpoint, I can understand it. There is something to be said about the inflation thing. There is something to be said about not saying anything when you remove a ship or remove a product off of your webpage, and especially the cheapest one. That doesn't sit right with me. And it seems like a thing that CIG is like they are going to keep, trumpeting that they are very open development, but then there are some things where they will just not say anything. Sometimes this can make sense because there's like, oh, well, where's the Banu Merchantman? And they don't say anything because there's nothing new. Where is the Banu Merchantman? The answer is the same as it was 2 years ago, or whatever. Which, whether you like it or dislike it is an entirely different can of worms. But there is nothing to say, there is nothing to communicate, realistically, so they don't say anything. Taking the Mustang starter pack off the store, that is something to talk about. And they might have a great reason, they might have a terrible reason, but explain it. And I think, even if you disagree with it, maybe you can understand it, as a backer. And, but I can't understand it, because there's nothing being explained. Also, the game crashed. Because there's nothing to understand, all I can do is wildly speculate. And that's unfortunate. Almost as unfortunate as the game crashing. Also, I think my spirit had blown up, and so I didn't have the power settings dialed in. So I think that was the ship behaving a little weirdly. That's why. And yeah, for better or worse... Yeah, I don't know. For better or worse, I mean, that's all I got for this week. So actually, Crash was very well timed. I stream Star Citizen on Wednesdays and Sundays usually at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. At twitch.tv/Railu, that's RAILU with an underscore at the end. Windows command prompt wants to figure out why Star Citizen crashed. Understandable. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, not really. Yeah. So, till next time, have a good day, great day even. Chowskis.